Let's move on to Lovecraft Country. Canceled? This hurt my fucking heart, my nigga. This hurt my heart. Man, if y'all already know, we reviewed Lovecraft Country. This was my favorite show of all time. I said it during the reviews. I love this shit. This is my favorite show. So to see it canceled for season 2 definitely broke my heart. Egert, bro, you say you had a lot to say on this subject.
Bro, this just shows it don't matter if it's HBO, it don't matter if it's Netflix, it don't matter if it's cable, it don't matter whatever the hell it is. These white people will never want to see us win the way we want to see us win. And I feel it was very evident with how that photo leaked of like that map of like the new Black Republic and stuff. When that map leaked, I'm looking like, oh shit, like they showed this to like the head people at HBO and Warner Brothers, and them people was like, whoa, like you mean to tell me not only did y'all steal all, not even necessarily steal, but y'all took all the magic away from white people to end season 1 while completely showing the blatant racism and overturning it on them in the entire first season. But not only did y'all do that, but y'all finna rule the country in the next season. Them white people at HBO and Warner Brothers, they had to end that, bro. They had to. Like, I feel like they was like, these black people forcing our hand. Like, we can't let them show this shit. They'll let us get black enough with Blackish and even push it with a season 1 of Lovecraft Country and all this other shit. They'll let us push the blackness a little bit, but to show us actually running shit with like this much land of white people owning shit, they was not going to do that. They were not going to let that go on TV at all.
But are white people the people that are funding the show? Because when I did research, I don't think white people were the people that were funding the show. I think it was mostly black that was funding the show and were the executive producers of the show. So I'm like, I don't know if it was white people just trying to mandate and say, nah, we trying to cut the show off. I think it was black people over the show. So did they say no to the show and of a season 2?
Nah, bro, I feel like it was the upper people above the executive producers, above the directors, because you still have the owners of HBO, you still have the owners of Warner Brothers that still look down on all of this shit. And I feel like they said, yeah, I feel like they really said, yeah, the executive producers might okay this shit or whatever, but we're finna say no, like we have to put an end to this shit. I truly feel like that's why, because there's no other reason. They got hella views, they got a lot of great feedback. You know, the production of it was great. Like everybody is still alive in real life. There's no other reason for why this show just shouldn't be on anymore.
I think I would have been better. Oh, Black, you watch Lovecraft?
Started it trying to watch it with my mom, but I heard that it got canceled, and I'm like literally heartbroken because I'm like, dude, I'm just starting to get into this fucking show, and it's great from what I've seen, but it's just because my mom was the one that told me that it got canceled, and she brought up an interesting point, and she was just saying, you know, it's funny, like how Egert said, you know, they always kind of, if it is the white people that do it, it's always a reminder to us that y'all are still niggas at the end of the day. Like we'll give you the leeway, we'll let y'all slide with the Blackish shows, but you know, for every show that y'all have, we're gonna give you a black trauma movie or something like that. But we're not just gonna let you blatantly, for a show that's picking up steam, has great reviews, great cast, we're not gonna just let y'all go around showing how y'all just gonna go around just running shit.
I'm telling you, that's really what it is. There was no other reason to end this show. We were literally finna run this shit in season 2, and they were like, no, we can't let that happen. We can't let black people watch this shit.
I think the biggest problem of how this came out is if they said that the producers and the people of the show didn't want to come back and do it, I would have been fine with that, because we said it during the review, or I said it during the review. I don't know how much I really wanted a season 2. The more time went on, I actually wanted a season 2. But when I actually seen the last episode, I was just like, I'm fine with how it ended. Like, I like the way it ended. We got the magic, and we know we're gonna be running shit. I don't know how much I wanted a season 2, but it's like, damn, like the fact that it was canceled after it doing so well is where I look at it just like, what the fuck happened here? So what you're saying could possibly be true of the white people coming down, because there's no reason it should be canceled. I can understand people not trying to return, but they didn't say the people didn't want to return. They just said it was canceled, not renewed. and that does not make sense with how successful it was, bro. So that shit definitely wild, bro.
That's what it was. That's what it was. They said, look, y'all could win a little bit, but y'all started winning way too damn much with this new script. We can't have that shit. Cause they could have, bro. I remember we talked about it. We said, what would they do with a season 2? And we always talk about how it could be Empire versus Empire with black people, like how they do the same shit, like some Game of Thrones shit, but with black people mostly, or something like that, with magic and all that extra shit involved. You know what I'm saying? It could have been some shit like that, to where white people just not involved. It's just black against black, or black against Hispanic, or whatever, or some shit like that. There could have been a way.
I still wanted Christina in that shit, but I still needed Christina. I needed a little white magic in there.
Either way, like whether it was a season 2 or whether they made a spinoff or some shit, there was no reason to ultimately cancel this series in general. Like, and the fact that they just said it's canceled, they didn't give no backstory on it or none of that. I'm like, yeah, y'all did it because this shit was getting too black. That's what
black. Well, you gotta know, but Christina, bro, love Christina. That was dead in my favorite character of the show.
I love Christina. I ain't gonna lie. I love Christina.
I ain't finished it yet, so we
okay, yeah. I don't want
you gonna love her. You gonna love her.